I don't think you can plan how to make it, just do it.
You just have to have thick skin. If you have thin skin, you're gonna be in trouble.
Unless you're willing to literally make comedy your entire life, I don't think that it will work for you.
I knew I wanted to do comedy when I was a kid, but there came a point where my dad made me make a choice, like, you're either gonna be in the religion or you're gonna have to do stand-up. So I chose comedy. As soon as I stepped on stage, the weight was lifted off my shoulders. You know, it just felt perfect. I was like, this is what I was put on this earth to do. I'd describe my humor as observational and conversational, vulgar, a little crude, but pretty silly too, and stupid. It's like all over the place. My goals in comedy are get as good as I possibly can be. I just want to be super funny and have a loyal following of fans. Be able to be financially free off of my comedy. You know, I don't want to be struggling with comedy. To get to that point is a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice. Just have to be grinding 24/7.
The number one thing that you have to do if you want to have a career in stand-up comedy or sketch comedy or show business in general is you have to start producing content. It's easier now than ever before. There's no excuse not to produce content. Also, don't be too good looking. If someone's really good looking and they're telling me they're gonna go into comedy, I often think, not many really good looking people make it in comedy.
If you're not in Toronto or Vancouver or like a big city, it's tough. There's not as many open mics, there's not as many spaces. You're creating your own show, you're going to restaurants, you're going to bars, trying to put up something. And I think that's really hard. It's not so much just comedy you have to get good at. You have to get good at being like a producer and a networker and a business person.
You're gonna fail a lot, and that's good, that's healthy. If someone's willing to fail and then come back and fail and come back and fail and come back, then not only do they have enough of a hunger, but they probably have something worth saying. For people who go to a gym, I don't go to a gym, but I hear you feel bad the next day, and that's your body healing, and your soul will heal after failing at comedy, and then you will actually get to the point where that's not your main concern. Your main concern is actually getting better.
If you were from Newfoundland, I would say get a sketch comedy group, because we had Codco, Rick Mercer had Corey and Wade, Mark Critch had Cat Food, and so everybody who's come up through and has found some success in the broader country has come out of some sketch comedy group that they had. So I think that that's the way to go. Get a sketch comedy group and start doing stuff.
I have the same advice, you know, that Nike has, and that's just do it. And just do it a lot, always. I don't think I've gone 2 or 3 days without being on stage. And I'm in my 60s now. It's kind of like when you got your driver's license. When you got behind the wheel the first time, it was kind of nerve-wracking and it seemed like there was a lot to think of. I got a signal, then press on the gas, then look in my rearview mirror, and then drive, and then brake, brake, brake. And then once you start driving, then you don't even think about it. That's how the stage has to become to you. So you got to spend time on stage.
It has to literally be the only thing that you can do, period. What your heart says and your soul says and what's driving you, you can't waver. When I was coming up in the comedy world, I didn't go to weddings, I missed funerals. It becomes your entire life, and unless you're willing to literally make it your entire life, I don't think that it will work for you. If you can picture yourself doing anything else and being happy, this isn't for you.
Chris Robinson went through the Humber program. He had to make a lot of sacrifices just to be there, just to actually be in the program, to say I want to do comedy. And boy, there's something to be said for making that kind of a tough decision, because once he was there, he was all in.
My family didn't really like me doing comedy because I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. There came a point where my dad made me make a choice. You're either going to be in the religion or you're going to have to do stand-up. So I chose comedy over it and became like a black sheep to my family. My parents and my sisters, we don't really have any contact. It's hard to stay positive when you feel like you're not getting anywhere. Especially too when you do a show and you like kill it. I smashed it. I know this guy didn't do better than me, yet he moved on in this competition or he got chosen for the festival and stuff. So it's hard to deal with that, but that's what you gotta do though. You just gotta maintain your own path, focus what's on your plate, not other people's.
I think Chris Robinson can do whatever he really wants to, as long as he's able to get those breaks that everybody needs and find that place that he wants to be.
There's never one big break. In this industry, it's never about one. It feels like one when something good happens. You feel like this is the break. There's never a break. There is a moment. The moments are amazing, but a full career, a life is not that moment.
I think I've had repeated moments in my career where I've thought, oh, I got the touring company, like I've got this, like it's done, my career is about to take off. And then you realize, oh wow, it's not. And then you get main stage at Second City. It's like, okay, no, well this is it. The big Hollywood agent's gonna come and see my performance and now I'll be a star. And then that doesn't happen. And then you're like, oh, looking for work after that. And like, ugh. So I think it's been a series of exciting career opportunities, but no one thing has felt like I've arrived. I don't know if anyone ever feels like they're safe.
There's no tricks to success. There's no magic formula. It's hard work, talent, and luck.
Work on something, think you have something funny, and then just try to get it on stage wherever you can and badger people into letting you on stage and see if it works.
There should be nothing to hold you back. Just do it once. It's just a matter of going out there and trying it. It's okay for it not to go well, or maybe it'll go great. Just do it, and the next time you won't be as afraid. The third time, less afraid. The fourth time, you'll ruin your life and you'll become a professional clown.
I can't see myself ever giving up comedy. I think I'm probably gonna do it as long as I can walk and talk and hear. Comedy it's in my heart, it's in my blood.